Well, hello, it's a snow day, and so I'm going to be once again giving you some brief information about ongoing stuff. If you have any questions, please let me know. We can talk by phone, email, Zoom, or whatever today. But I just want to get us kind of through to next Monday when we will presumably all meet. So, the first thing I want to talk about is the quiz. The quizzes for Module 1. And I'm in the process of grading those. We'll have them finished shortly, before noon today, I'm sure. And I'm aware that there's a glitch on one of the questions. And so I'll be making sure that everybody gets the appropriate amount of points before I put them in. So that's the quizzes. For this week, we're going to follow a schedule that's not entirely unlike what we did, although we have another assignment due on Thursday. Remember, something is always due on Sunday and Thursday. And this Thursday will be a wrap up to Module 1. And so I want to encourage you to take a look at the content review question. And there are a couple of terms that you can write about and bounce your ideas off of the reading, bounce your ideas off of the video quizzes, and bring in your own examples. So these are about 400 words minimum in length. You can go, of course, longer than that. Making reference to the textbook is always a good idea, as is bringing in your own examples. Now, you'll note at the bottom of the post that I've included here, there's a sample. This was a student from an earlier class about 2 years ago who wrote about the MacGuffin, which comes up in the textbook. So, what is the MacGuffin? What are patterns and so forth? And so this will give you an idea of what other students have done. Also, if you go back to the modules in general, you'll notice that there's a writing about film link. And I want you to take a look at this, how you use citations, how film titles are appropriately designated, so they're italicized or they're underlined, the tense that you use when writing about the film, usually present tense. When you're talking about somebody doing something on screen, it's happening now. James Bond walks to the front door, for example. Minor stuff, but keep in mind the citation material and using examples in detail. So take a look at this before you write it, and that again is due on Thursday. What's also due on Thursday is a short exit quiz, so you decide what you think you'd benefit from doing first on your own. But basically, the exit quiz is a 15-point exercise, and it'll ask you multiple choice and true and false. I think that's all I'm asking you on this particular quiz. Sometimes there'll be short answer, and sometimes there'll be longer answer. But I've been trying to keep the first module relatively easy, simple, streamlined, because I knew that we weren't going to be meeting face to face until today, which unfortunately is going to be postponed again until next time. So Thursday this week, the writing and also the quiz. Coming up on Sunday, then, we being me, I've opened up the next module, which is Module 2, and it's about different types of movies. So we'll look at experimental film, documentary film, and narrative film. We'll also be looking at genre film, but what you'll need to have done by Sunday of this week, and this is all up online now, is 3 video quizzes. And this time out, they're pretty long, 20 minutes each, I'm going to say. So leave yourself some time to work with these for Sunday. And yeah, I'll be interested when we get back to hear what you have to say about experimental film in particular. Just a final word about the textbook, and I know that most of you have either got one or have one on the way. There are a couple of copies at the Pontiac office that you can read at the office, so you can, find some space and read it there when you have a chance. But I also want to encourage you to take a look at alternative methods if you're having difficulty getting it. And one would be to actually go and check it out from the library, the Heartland Library. Now, I'm going to find out if they do deliver to Pontiac, but if it's the case that they don't, I can pick it up myself and bring it to you whenever it comes in, as soon as I go back up. So to go to the library, remember the menu on the right-hand side of the screen, click on that, sign in if you haven't already, and look for research services and scroll down until you find iShare. And then go ahead, if you haven't already signed into the library, do that as a student. And this allows you to search the card catalog of every library in the system, and there are a lot. And so if you were to type in looking at movies, several editions would come up. I noticed last night that several schools have them available. Usually doesn't take that long to get them. I'm not sure how long you can keep them for, though. That's one caveat, I suppose, but you can renew online as well. And so if you have any questions about this or anything else, please don't hesitate to write. I'll be hot on my computer today. And in the meantime, hope you guys are all staying warm and dry. Take care. See you next week, I hope.